Mike's Daily Podcast.
episode 1767. Hello, I'm Mike Matthews, broadcasting from Café Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Mont, the last place on earth. 1767, and we are going to now have a show, a podcast that I do daily when I'm really tired. When I wake up in the morning and I'm just like, oh, is that coffee?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Is that a coffee before me? I think that was Shakespeare. Hey, don't you love it when you talk to people?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
On your Monday morning and people go, hey, buddy, how was your weekend? That is such forced conversation and bullcrap, isn't it? I must send a card to someone saying Merry Christmas. Oh, yes. I used to do that. I put myself through all that trouble and stress. And you know what? I think there's...
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Generally, do people keep Christmas cards? When people get Christmas cards, do you keep them or just throw them out?
Mike's
I keep them.
Daily
I find that they're very...
Podcast.
Nice.
Yeah!
I like them. I put them on my mantle. I have a mantle. I didn't have a mantle for a long time. Actually, before I had a mantle, I had one of those wall heaters back when I was renting in a little duplex in Ventura. And on top of the wall heater was like this little area that kind of looked like a mantle, so I put stuff on there. But now I've got an actual mantle. Mantle. It's time to dismantle this topic. But do you really care when someone sends you a holiday card? Do you go, oh, that's nice, even if they're super generic? I got one that had like 15 Bible verses in it the other day, and I thought, oh, that's nice, this person reads the Bible, that's good. Or are they trying to teach me verses from the Bible? Listen, friend, I grew up going to a Baptist school, elementary school, kindergarten to 8th grade. I was in a Baptist school in California, in Van Nuys, the porn capital of the world. And did I know any of that was going on? No. But did I know my Bible verses? I sure did. You have to learn today the Luke, the verses, the birth of Jesus story. You have to learn that. Go.
And here's today's podcast picture.
And recite from memory. That's what we did at the Baptist school. So, the thing is, people send me Christmas cards. I like it. I enjoy it. I put it up there. Heck, I'll hold on to the Christmas card for years. Because maybe that person doesn't send you a Christmas card next year. Maybe that's the only time. Maybe that's like years from now when that person's dead. Now I'm getting into a nice little happy, cheery area. This is the happy part of the show. This is the only remembrance you have of that person. Seriously. But most of us, I think, just throw out stuff. We don't care. We just throw it out. And that's sad. Because we throw out too much. I think we throw out food that could still be used. I think we throw out memories that could still be held on to. Oh, but Mike, the Bible says don't hold on to things. Don't be materialistic. You gotta just throw away everything. No, I don't think that's what it meant. I think the Bible made us and told us that something that actually goes against what a lot of Christians believe, and that is, or deep down believe, but we shouldn't hold on to so much of the treasures that we put treasures of the world way above the spiritual. Okay, I think I'll stop right there before I turn into Pastor Mike. But that was, at any rate, that's what we should hold on to memories. And, you know, okay, so let's say you threw out everything. You just don't have room for it. All right, but hold on to something. Hold on to some of the more, if you can. I remember I didn't have any room for a lot of memories that I had from my childhood. And my mom was moving out of her house, and my old room had to be everything had to be taken out, and I threw out a bunch of stuff, but some of it I held on to. And I remember I had it in the back of my car. Well, it rained really bad one year, and everything got wet, and I had to throw most of it out anyway. I have the stuff that survived all of that, to me, is like the Ark of the Covenant. That's the stuff, because the Ark of the Covenant had like the really important things that meant a lot to the Jewish people and their covenant with God. And so some of this stuff that I have that survived all of that, like I think my grad night, the thing that I had to wear on grad night still survives. And good God, that's over 30 years ago. 40, I can't do math. It was in the 80s, my friend. It was a long time ago. So that, to me, is the stuff that, oh, okay, maybe I should hold on to this because it survived everything else. But in the end, it could be paradise. It could be paradise where it all gets burned down and all your memories go up in smoke. And then you just have what's in your head, in your brain. What's in your head? A zombie. No, you have, that's what, and you must carry on from that. But how's your weekend? Good God, that's the most forced conversation. I can't stand that. How's your weekend? The person asking that does not care. Does the person sending you the Christmas card care? I think so. I think they went through so much work to put the stamp on. Now, maybe your insurance agent who sent you a Christmas card, maybe all he's doing is just trying to remind you that he's there if you want to buy life insurance. But the friends that send you a Christmas card, that means a lot. And it should go on your mantle or whatever you have that's close to that. I unsubscribed recently to Living Social. I don't even know why I had Living Social. Now I know why. It was back in 2012. There was this point when 2011. I was still married. And my then wife was trying like crazy to lose weight. And she said, I know, we'll sign up for this Pilates class. Well, we signed up for it and spent however much money it was to get this special 5-week package or something. And do you know that we never did that? I am someone like, if something's about to expire, and I think it was about to expire in 2012, and I told her, we got to use these. Well, she goes, yeah, but I'm going to do it. She didn't want to do the Pilates class with me, so I ended up doing it by myself, which Pilates is crazy. I think I'm saying the right one. It's the one where you're doing yoga, but you're pulling on these pulleys, and you're doing these crazy balancing acts. It's dangerous. And the guy teaching it has muscles bigger than my car, and he's, yeah, Mike, you got to stretch better, and all this. And people, I did not like it, but I had paid for it through the stupid Living Social, or maybe it was Groupon. At any rate, I had to use it, so I went to every single class, and the last class I remember the instructor going, Mike, you're doing a good job. You should come back for another class. And I'm like, yeah, right. You're just buttering me up because you know this is the end of the end of the session period that I took my bot stupidly off of Living Social or Groupon or whatever those things are. So I unsubscribed from Living Social, and let me tell you, they have the funniest thing. When you unsubscribe, they've got this video of a guy that says, this is the guy that sends out the emails. This is Bob. And now we're going to punish Bob because you unsubscribed. And there's a video of this guy coming up with like a little styrofoam cup full of coffee, and he walks up to Bob and throws the coffee on Bob. And Bob's sitting at the computer. He's like some millennial nerd kid that's probably never gone outside, never kissed a girl, never seen the sunshine. And he gets coffee thrown on him. Ha 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 ha! I'm a little monkey with the cymbals clapping. Ha ha ha! As we go outside a Café Anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast, somewhere in Podcaster Valley. I thought it was funny. I liked it so much I unsubscribed again. I unsubscribed several times. I can't believe that New Jersey has the fastest internet speed. And I told you the cherry picker story, that this guy was yelling at someone because if you want to get on a conservative talk show host's bad side, bring up the dossier, because I think I mentioned in a previous podcast, their head spins around. It does total exorcist Linda Blair. When you say that, you know what's funny is Dennis Miller, I used to think he was a god, because back in the 80s, he was on Saturday Night Live. He would do the newscast, the news update, weekend update. And he would go on his little rants where he would reference things left and right. And the audience was laughing. Even though I didn't get any of the references he was doing, I thought, oh my God, this guy is cool. He's old, but he's got a mullet. And he knows stuff. And he's referencing things. And nowadays, I'm like, Dennis Miller, who cares? He references things. Good for him. I get a little tired of people that all they do... I know I referenced... I didn't make that many references today to old things that maybe you know, maybe you don't. But there are people that just all they do is reference movies. Like somebody, he was talking about some movie, some Eddie Murphy movie I never saw. And I go, no, I've never seen that. What? You've never seen Eddie Murphy and Beverly Hills Coming to America, Coming to Beverly Hills Cop Part 8? No, I never saw that. Oh! You never saw him in Trading Cops Places at Beverly Hills? No. How's your weekend? But, on an up note, Bitcoin is dropping. And a year ago, it hit its highest point. And all these millennials, all these computer nerds that had never seen the sun, we're going to make so much money. Ooh, I'm so rich now. I can retire. And yet, now it is nothing. Because they probably, like I would have done, because I'm a horrible investor, I would have held on to it. And it would have gone to, well, it's not nothing, but it's still gone way down. Oh, and then an idiot I work with told me the other day, when I was in the office, and he comes up to me and he goes, "Where's your car?" I go, "It's parked outside." He goes, "No, it's not." And so when someone says your car is not parked outside and you're living in the Bay Area, you gotta kind of go to the window. You gotta check it out. You gotta verify that the idiot that just told you that your car's not there is not there. So I get up, I walk over to the window, and I go, "Look, it's right there." And I'm pointing, and he goes, "Oh, okay. Thanks, idiot." And then he told me some story about how he told a guy once that his motorcycle was taken away, was towed away, and that he got yelled at by that guy. And I'm like, good. You should be yelled at. Hey, so that's the end of the show. But I hope you don't get yelled at today. I hope you have the mantle held up high of... I don't know what I'm saying here. The mantle. I hope your esteem is held up on a mantle. Look who's here right now. The person who's in the podcast picture today. Hello, Michael Mash, it's Mantle. I don't have a mantle. Oh, you don't? See? Okay, well, never mind. Do you have a thing that, like a windowsill? Do you have a windowsill? A windowsill is kind of nice. You can set stuff on a windowsill. Okay, whatever, Michael Massey, whatever now. Look who else is here. Look there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant. Look who's... And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that? Thanks for driving into Café Anyway out here. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Shelley Shuhart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the Engineer. Thanks for listening.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!